Hello. I thought I'd go ahead and showcase a video showcasing some other card collections that I got. This folder here, which I got locally here a couple years ago, has some of the cards that I've collected from Garbage Pail Kids and Wacky package stickers from these are sticker cards. The Garbage Pail Kids, as you can see, there's a couple of them here. Came out in about the early to mid 1980s and lasted for a couple of years, about 4 or 5 years, and they had quite a few series, and they ran up on the several hundred unique cards. They had variations where the numbers would have A's and B's and sometimes an occasional C on it, and it would showcase the same exact character but with a different name. As you can see, some of them were a little gross, some of them were just kind of disturbing, and they got more interesting as they went along. I've got some here from the earliest group. Yeah, as you can see, we've got ones here like Joe Blow, if I can read it here, and Rod Wad. It's the same number, but it's an A and a B. I always got a joke because my middle name's Wayne, that the Slain Wayne character, which has a shirt kind of like one I used to have, sometimes a joke that used to be me. As you can see, they had different characters. They went through different looks on them, and they were very, very colorful and shiny. They had ones that looked like Transformers, and ones that looked like animals, and ones that looked like voodoo dolls, and there's even one here that looks like Death, and a punch bot, and all distorted looking, very disturbing, very gross. They were a lot of fun to collect back in the day. They kind of went on here. I'll go ahead and quickly go through these. There was some that looked like insects and plants and little animals and statues and all kinds of stuff here. Let's see, they got some of the concepts, the artwork got a little more interesting as they went along. These are kind of so-so. They're pretty predictable. We got one here that looks like Elvis Presley, and one looks like the Wolfman. Got some pretty good ones here. One here looks like the doll's unzipping his head. These were based on they were kind of a parody of the Cabbage Patch doll, Cabbage Patch Kids dolls, which came out during the 1980s. They were supposed to be really cute with bright little eyes and chubby cheeks and some little smiles on them. You could adopt one, and they grew out of a Cabbage Patch. And a lot of people just thought they were kind of freakish looking, so they got clowned on quite a bit. And this is one of the product lines that clowned on them a lot. Let's see, we go through some of the later versions. This is like series 2 and 3, I think. I think it's 3 on this one, and then we go into about series 4. That one here looks like a jigsaw puzzle. That one looks like a lamp. One looks like a snail, and a ventriloquist dummy, and it got some other bizarre ones here. One looks like Garfield the cat a little bit. And some strange ones here. There's one for Halloween. As you can see, they got a little gross later on. This is going into about 5th season here, or 5th series is getting where it's at here. I'm looking at number 170 or so. And they started getting a little stranger as they went along. You see one here, it looks like he's been tagged on the subway. Sprayed Wade and tagged Tad. There's one here, Milton, and his face is all melted on the table. And they got a little stranger as they went along. Got one here, Ben Franklin having an accident. There was one here really freakish looking, Michael Mutant and Zeke Freak. You got one here that looked like something from Salvador Dali. Got Paint by Number 1, and got one that's a garbage disposal, and one with a full diaper. They got a little weird here as they're going along here. One here looks like a slice. There's one here with big eyeballs, kind of gross looking. One here looks like a statue, an old religious statue from some Aragon past. That one's a cute one there, Dynamite, where he blew up his head with a stick of dynamite. Let's see here. That one kind of melted blew it apart there with a hairdryer. Yeah, they got a little weird here towards the later parts. Even stranger, one with Christmas light. It looks like a Christmas tree. One looks like a daisy. One here with a whole bunch of heads coming out. One looks poked his finger through his head. And body parts on that one. Yeah, these got really bizarre. This is about series 6 or so. I think there was a 7th or 8th series, and I kind of got to where I stopped after a while here. We're up to 328B and 28A here in the middle ones. The ones that look like a skull with a candle in it. Some of these were... these I don't know. I guess, okay, 513. Yeah, these are from the way later series. They got really bizarre looking. I don't even... Some of these I think I got off of eBay, but the other ones I found locally while I was growing up. Yeah, these are from later on, because I have a blank spot there. So I got these on eBay later on. Yeah, they got stranger and stranger. I'm gonna go through these pretty quick. These are getting a little bit too disturbing. I figure if you do get really disturbed by this, you might want to go ahead and shut this video off and go look at something else. Yeah, there's some really weird ones here. Looks like one here looks like a horse being fed out of an oat bucket. Yeah, they were strange. Okay, and this kind of ended here. That's where my collection ended. It ended with this one here. It looks like a toaster with brains coming out. The Wacky package, those parodied packaging on various products from the 1940s and 50s all the way up till, well, probably the 80s or so. And I got some of these earlier ones. A few of these, like this one here, is this Fatal Touch, I got from somewhere else. It might have been a local 7-Eleven, but I'm not sure offhand. I'm not exactly sure, but some of these other ones I got at local stores, and again, they were about 25 cents for a pack of 7. Well, they come with a piece of candy, I'm sorry, a piece of gum. And I got various ones here. We got Lifesavers instead of Lifesavers, Polydent instead of Polydent, Barman instead of Charmin, Stinker Toy instead of Tinker Toy. Some of you might have recognized some of these over the year. Brandyland, which is supposed to be Candyland, Toad instead of Tide, Beast Ball instead of Baseball, Screech instead of Scotch, and you know, on and on. They did pretty good on these. These were kind of cute and original. Some were disturbing, and most of them were just kind of cute ideas, little puns that they use. ML instead of Camel magazines. Bandage, I'm not sure what that one's supposed to be offhand. Cracked instead of, I'm not sure what that one is. It's some kind of a lighter company. I'm not sure offhand. I got Shingles instead of Pringles, Mashbox instead of Matchbox. And go ahead and go on through. You could actually put the backs of them together and form a picture of one of the original packages. Yeah, well, it's actually Gadzuka. This is through Bazooka, or well, that was a Bazooka gum. I don't know if these were through Bazooka gum or not. I didn't really look. I thought they were tops, so I wasn't too sure on that. Now, some of these that are smaller were reproduction ones, and I got a set of these off of eBay, and they again went back to some of the earlier packaging and they redid them, but they shrank the sticker cards a little bit. They're probably about 85% normal size. They're just a little smaller. As you can see, the cards are a little bit smaller. Oh, these are a normal size. As you can see, they're a little smaller than the one here. You can see with my finger there. The other card, the regular card, goes all the way out to here, and this one only goes to there. So that's a smaller one, called a Brittle instead of Brillo. Yeah, that's Brillo pad. I couldn't remember the darn names. There's a Winston instead of Winston. No, there's Screech again instead of, yeah, I started seeing. I remember coming across, looking at these, and going, oh, I remember some of these. I had them as a kid. And I got Hostage instead of Hostess. There's Stinky instead of Slinky. There's Shringles again. There's Hottest instead of Hostess. they kind of had the same one there. There's Logs instead of Legs. Paid instead of Raid. There's Bananason instead of Anison. There's Ghost here, which I think is supposed to be Coast. Yeah, Coast bar soap. Creep instead of Crest. And again, you got Mashbox. And there's Blunder, which is Wonder Bread. And there's Go Bums, which is like the GoBots. And we've got Play Skull, which is Play School. And G.I. Toe, which is supposed to be G.I. Joe. And there's Dr. Pooper, which some people remember that as Dr. Pepper. And we've got Crackola. We've got Fishy Prize Toys. Instead of People, we've got Pimple. There's Muggies instead of Huggies. There's Shot Wheels instead of Hot Wheels. A Killy Putty, an Irish Ring, and got Yicks instead of Vicks, and Bit of Money, which is supposed to be Bit of Honey. That's a good candy bar there. Milk Muds instead of Milk Duds, and quite a few of these other Shtick instead of Schick. These go on a little ways here. I got Hertzies instead of Hershey's Kisses, Bandaging for Mummies instead of for Dummies. Nothings, I think it's supposed to be Mothers or something. I'm not exactly sure on that one. Oh, Krusty Crumbs instead of Krusty Kreme. There's Bling Dings, which is supposed to be Ding Dongs. Sweat and Fish, I'm not exactly sure what that one is. There's Fed Up instead of FedEx. I'm not sure what that one's supposed to be. Some kind of iced tea. There's Blisterine instead of Listerine. Crave, well, that's Grave instead of Crave. There's a Glutton, which is supposed to be it's a yellow mustard. And there's Durasmell instead of Duracell. And they've got Starbucks. They call it Stardust coffee. And I got a couple more here, and they kind of run out. Got Skunkist, Gums instead of Tums, Harry Combs, Little Geezers, Ancient Pizza, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. I don't have any more here, not in this particular one here. I've got some other ones, but they're not quite as interesting. So I thought if anybody wants to check them out, I'll be glad to showcase them. But I thought I'd go ahead and showcase these Garbage Pail Kids and Wacky Package stickers from the 1980s.